Hello.
What is your name?
My name is Tara Fitzgerald.
All right. And what year did you start at Spears School of Business?
I have been at Spears School of Business since 2001.
2001? Okay. And which department are you with?
I am with the management department, and I teach legal studies in the management department.
All right. So which courses of the legal studies section do you teach?
I teach legal studies 3213, and I teach legal studies 4633, which is international. 3213 is business law that everyone has to take.
Okay.
4633 is international business law. And then I also teach 4323, which is commercial transactions.
All right. What's your background?
My background.
Yes.
So I'm from Los Angeles, and I went to UCLA undergrad. And then I went to a small standalone law school in Los Angeles called Southwestern for my JD. And then I'm one of those crazy people who went for another year and got a master's in tax law. And that is from Boston University. So that was a lot of fun going on the East Coast and experiencing that after my whole life on the West Coast.
Yeah, and then you decided to come Central.
Yeah, then it was in the middle.
So you touched on international law. So what do you think are the three main things students should take away from in that class?
So in international law, it's an elective. And so the people that are there usually are international studies students, or they could be doing pre-law, or it's just a great elective because it also counts for a writing requirement class. And from an international perspective, I like it because it looks broadly at the world and all the legal issues that we face when you're involved in international business. And like, even if you are a small standalone business in Tulsa, Oklahoma, you still compete with international brands. And so, international and is just part of how the world works. Globalization has brought everything so much closer and so much more in front of us, and so it's important to have a little bit of understanding of how the world works. And then the other thing I really like about international is it opens students' eyes to how many different kinds of jobs there are out there. Like, you could be a specialist in importing stuff into China. You could be a specialist in importing stuff, exporting stuff to the UK. You could be, there's so many different jobs, and that's one of the things you don't know. Like, when you're an undergrad, sometimes you have no idea what you want to do or what you want to be, and that's fine. And so this class kind of helps you, see how many different kind of jobs there are and what other kinds of things you can get involved in.
What are some of the differences of U.S. laws and then other international laws?
So what's really interesting to understand is, like in the U.S. and in most countries, we have law. And you can go to the library or you can look online and find all the laws that you need to find, and you can look at cases, you can find it all. It's all, it's pretty readily available. The difference with international law is it doesn't come from just one place. It's not just international law. It comes from treaties, so agreements between countries. It comes from, all kinds of regulations that different countries have, because if you are a company from France and you're doing business in the U.S., well, then you have to follow U.S. laws, and so that basically becomes international law. So international law comes from lots and lots of different sources, and like the UN, the United Nations, provides guidelines and rules that we have to follow if you've signed the UN treaty. And the WTO, which is the World Trade Organization, those provide guidelines for, if you're a member of the WTO, how do you deal with importing, exporting, tariffs, and how do you treat other countries. So it comes from a lot more sources.
Why would it be good to take international law?
Well, I think that, again, it opens your eyes to how many different kinds of jobs there could be out there available in the international market. Once you graduate with a business degree, there's so many different things you could do. And so if you have a little understanding of international laws and international, what it means and how complicated it can be, that you could be a little part of that cog. You could be a little, be in the process somewhere.
Yes, exactly.